Hey, this is Cordelia Blake, and welcome to Amazon Listing Optimization 2021. In today's video, I'm going to show you what has changed, what has updated, and how you can write the most effective listings for your Amazon products in 2021 to create the most sales. All right, let's jump right in here. So generally, you write listings for new products that you're bringing to Amazon, whether it's your own product or maybe something that you're sourcing that you found that isn't on Amazon. So that is generally when you write a product listing. An optimized listing, it is a term that gets used a lot, but not everybody really knows what it means. So it means a couple things. Number one, it means it indexes by the Amazon algorithm. You may have also heard of the term the A9 algorithm, but basically it means that the computer knows what your listing is, and it also knows every word and phrase in the listing that are relevant to your product. So you should put all those in your listing. High emphasis on the term relevant there, which I'll get into a little bit later. An optimized listing is also importantly useful to human beings. So you want a human to read the title, read the bullets, read the description, and it makes sense to them. They shouldn't just see a list of random keywords that are illogical. So you want it to read comfortably. And there's a super extra bonus if you can also get your listing to index for Google and other search engines. This can be done. It takes a different little emphasis in terms of your keywords, and your keyword phrases need to not just be Amazon keyword phrases, but also be Google ones. But that is another option. There are plenty of Amazon listings that come up in Google search as well as in Amazon search. What is the difference between indexing and ranking? So indexing is the process where the words and phrases sort of get associated with your listing by the computer. So you want every word you use to be indexed, meaning if you use the word purple octopus in your listing, if somebody types in my purple octopus, your listing should come up somewhere in search. It might be on page 30 as being something with a purple octopus in it. That means the computer knows the words purple and octopus are part of your listing. Now, ranking is the process by which an indexed listing is then determined how popular it is. Where does it show in search? Is it on the first page? Is it on the third page? And how popular is it with customers? So the ideal situation is you want your listing to index for every relevant word and phrase that you have in there, and some maybe that you didn't even put in, but that are good for customers. And you want it to rank on #1 of search results and be #1 on Amazon. So that's like the fantasy listing right there. One thing that it's easy to get a little overwhelmed by, it's really important, is a picture. The picture in your listing is worth 1,000 words or more. Now, it's hard to know if you need to take a nice picture with your phone or if you need to hire a photographer to shoot a professional image or series of images, or hire a graphic designer to take your simple image and turn it into a whole suite of images. And one way that can guide you is you can look at your competition, look at the other similar listings and see what kind of pictures they have. What do customers like? Can you see that these ones that have really good rank, meaning a low number, that have a lot of sales, and you can use a tool like Helium 10 to tell you how many sales a product has had. What kind of pictures do those popular products have? And then use that as your guideline. Maybe you're like, well, they all have these kind of pictures, so it at least needs to be like that. And maybe you want to make it a little bit better, and that's fine. But if everybody's essentially got a plain picture on a white background as their main image and it's converting, then that's really all you need. It's always good to fill in as many of the picture fields as you can. They say up to 7, but in general, it really depends a lot on the category and what your competition's doing. So check that out to help guide you. If you're writing a listing, it's really important that you be a brand owner for that product. Now, I know there's some people out there that are finding products that aren't on Amazon that are not their own, that they want to list, but it's just a lot harder to do that now because you need UPC codes and they validate the products. So it can be done, but it's a lot more challenging. The best bet is to really be the brand owner. If you want to bundle products together, you can create a product that is a mix of other companies' products, as long as they are relevant and related, and that can be your own branded product. Think about a gift basket. When you buy it, it has stuff from other companies in it, but it's still the company that makes the gift basket. It's still their product. And so you want to brand register and go through that if you're going to be creating a lot of listings. Tools have become really important. It used to be that you could kind of look at the package and write a decent listing without having a bunch of software tools at your beck and call. But really now, I think you absolutely have to have some software tools to help you write good listings. The biggest thing that I suggest that has changed in 2021 is that you want to use the reverse ASIN lookup to help you find your best relevant list of keywords. What does that mean? It means you take your top selling competitors and you see what phrases and words are converting their customers to see their product and buy their product. And you use those in your listing. So it may be that you think you have a purple octopus, but it turns out that product is showing under fun sea creatures. So instead of spending a lot of energy putting the words purple octopus in your listing, you really need to put the words fun sea creatures in your listing. But you learn that with tools like Helium-10. I'm a huge fan of Helium-10. I've been asked, like, what about Helium-10 versus another software product is named? I actually don't really know because I've been using Helium-10 now for like a year and a half, pretty much every day. And I don't have time to use like 3 different software products for everything I do. So I just use the one. It works really well. And I have a promo code here. If you go to cordeliablake.com/Helium-10, you can get like 10% off your subscription. It is an affiliate link, so I do get a little bit of that subscription fee, but I really highly recommend the software. It's amazing. And I've done a bunch of videos on it, which I can link to in the description. Okay, so anyway, bottom line is whether you use Helium-10 or something else, I do think you need to use some sort of software tool to help you do this kind of reverse ASIN lookup on your competition to write effective listings. Now, I want to do a little aside here, which is that you can hire me and my company to help you with things like listings and Amazon strategy and how to launch your product, pay-per-click, and things like that. We consult with large companies, we consult with medium companies, we consult with individual sellers to help them on their sales journey on Amazon. I've got a couple of testimonials here, one from a client about how our blend of insight and technical know-how, we helped her product shine. And then from one of my amazing colleagues, Ian, who wrote that I was a sharp marketer and know Amazon from top to bottom. So if we can help you, we would love to do that. You can set up a call with me and I will give you that information at the end of the video, or you can just click the link in the description, or you can just look me up and I will pop up there in Google land. Okay, back to our topic. So we've just seen that you need to use tools. Next, let's talk about the title and what's frequently referred to as the back-end keywords. But actually in Amazon, I have a little screenshot of it here. See if you can see it. It's actually technically called the search terms. This is the field. That's their name of the field. But most of us in the biz call it, I don't know why we call it the back-end keywords, but it's basically the search terms. So anyway, you want to use all your top words for your listing. Every single most relevant word has got to be in this search terms field in the back end. This is a field that customers can't see. It's only for the algorithm. And it indexes the best of anything. So it used to be that I would say something like, in previous years, I've done videos on listings and I've said, okay, do your keyword list, put some words in the title, some words in the bullets, some words in the description, and then all the leftover words, put those in the back end. No more. Every single highly relevant word has got to be in the back end. So you will duplicate those words in the title, in the bullets, in the description. That's fine. But if it's important, it's got to go in the back end. And that is 249 characters is your max. That's including spaces. You do not need punctuation, but it is tight on some listings to come up with a list of only 249 characters that are highly relevant for your product. So I play a game of, can I eliminate this and add this? And I'm one letter over, and you got to go through all that and get your 249. And then you will use these same top words. You can use other words in addition, but you'll use these in your title, in your bullets, in your description. And that's fine. Duplication does not mess anything up. It used to mess it up. It doesn't anymore. There's a lot of description of how it messed things up, but I'm not going to get into that since it doesn't do it anymore. Boop, boop, boop. Let me forward this. Okay, so speaking of the description, this has changed in 2021. So Amazon has changed their policy. They're saying no more HTML in the descriptions. And what that means is the description is like a block, right, of text. And the only way you can get it to do anything, like have paragraph breaks or line breaks or bullets or anything that basically looks pleasing to the human eye, is to put HTML code into the text. There's no like buttons, or you can't, if you hit return on your keyboard, it doesn't do anything. So they're saying now we can't use any HTML in the description. In fact, they're going to go in if you've got it in your listing and remove it, which I don't want them to do. So I've already pre-removed it out of my listings that had it in there. So what that tells me is they're de-emphasizing the description. They don't want us to put a lot of stuff in there because nobody wants to read a big, huge block of text. Nobody. So the only way to avoid having a giant block of text is to have a short block of text. There's literally no other way to do it because all the tricks we had to put paragraph breaks and line breaks and bullets don't work anymore. So that tells me that they're de-emphasizing the description in search. So I would just keep it simple. I even typically now, and I did not recommend this a few years ago, this has changed for 2021, will just put the same text in the bullets into the description as sentences, boom, and be done with it. You really want to keep your listings lean and light and relevant. The bullets. These are also called the product features in the actual listing itself, and you can have up to 5 lines. It usually just shows you 1, and then you have to click the little add more button until you get 5. These you will want to incorporate as many of your keywords as you can into the bullets, absolutely. But you do want to write these for like a human being to be able to read them easily. I don't do like all caps at the beginning and then, sentences after. That used to be really popular in listings, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't work anymore. I really just try to keep my listings as concise as possible now because it ranks, I just find the indexing ranking works better. So you want to keep the sentences logical. You always want to try to anticipate any questions your customers might have and pre-answer them. You do that with both your images and your list and your words. And do not keyword stuff. So keep your stuff relevant. So if you have a product that's like a wedding thing and it's definitely for weddings and you're like, well, I know this is a wedding thing, but maybe somebody might want it as a birthday present. So I'm just going to put the word birthday in the listing. Don't do that because now you're confusing the algorithm. It doesn't know that this is a wedding product. So your thing might not come up in birthday or wedding searches. So it's okay if it actually is something that would be relevant for different things to put those in. But if you're sort of reaching and stretching and hoping, I would leave those words out. And then you're going to have a bunch of other fields in the listing. It's different for different categories. They have different fields. So some fields have ingredients, some categories have ingredients, some categories have subject matter. They have different fields in them. So to the extent that you're able to take the time to fill those out accurately, so you're not going to put random keywords in there, but actually answer what the field is asking you, that can definitely help your indexing and your ranking. Be prepared to pay to play. It used to be back in the olden days, 5 years ago, that you could write a listing that was highly targeted, relevant. You could describe what it was. And if what you were selling was not something that was oversaturated, maybe you were the only one selling it, it would just come up in search. You didn't need to do any, I never ran advertising when I started selling bundles on Amazon, never once for years. And my stuff sold out every single time because I was able to find niches and create products that customers wanted. Now we cannot do a product launch without ads. It just never gets found in search. The ads feed the organic feeds the ad. It all feeds each other. So just go in when you're creating listings and know that you need to price your product in such a way that you can afford to run ads on it. And the more, the better. Now, obviously there's a limit for your product to be profitable. I'm not suggesting you lose money, but I'm saying that when you're creating a product, no, going in, you will need to run ads to get it to rank for the organic stuff as well. Okay. If you would like to work with us or work with me, work with my company, you can find me on LinkedIn and Facebook under my name. You can find me on Instagram under my name. You can find me on YouTube under my name, except with the word TV afterwards. And there's one of my emails. I have a couple. If you have another one from one of my other companies, that probably works too, but I just put this one in here, Cordelia@koalacommerce.com. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I produce weekly-ish educational videos. And please hit the little bell button so that you get notified when there's a new video. We have a free Facebook group you can join just for brand builders on Amazon, and link is below. So please reach out if I can help your company grow, if we can provide you with some coaching to help your business grow. If you want to just be part of the community, feel free to join the group. And I hope that you all have a very profitable day, evening, weekend, whenever you're watching this. And thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it.